Willie Rennie to be followed by Annabel Ewing.
I want to thank the First Minister for agreeing to publish the local data that she's just referred to, something I've been keen to see, and also for the ongoing dialogue on care home visits. And I will assist with the amplification of these important messages today. It's important to help keep people safe. I am keen to explore, though, how this has happened. The First Minister told us in the spring and the summer that she was taking a more cautious approach, something that we supported. She said she was aiming for elimination of the virus and praised people for sticking by the guidance. But now the R number has doubled, is broadly similar to the rest of the UK, and the incident rate in some parts here is just like many parts of England. So when they've sacrificed so much, people want to know why this has happened. Can the First Minister help to explain why?
First Minister.
Yeah, I hope I can. And I appreciate that these things are complex, frustrating, and I think these questions are perfectly legitimate. I still think our approach should be the maximum possible suppression to the point of elimination at all times. If you go back to everything I said over the summer, I always said that is not the same as eradication. It's not a point in time. You do that when you can, in order to put yourself in the strongest position possible for facing the more difficult periods. And we always knew that coming out of lockdown, and particularly going into winter, would put this under strain again and see the virus spread more widely. So that's what's happened. That was always going to be a situation we face, where we would have to turn the dial up again potentially, and that's what we're doing right now. But if we all work on the basis, which is why I think the Four Nations agreement this morning is so important, all of us accepting or refusing to accept that we're not just going to let this virus spread out of control, suppressing it to the lowest possible level is really important. Now we've got other tools to bring to bear, test and protect as well, which means that our measures, while still tough, can be more targeted. So I know this is different. There is not a country in the world right now, I don't think, that is not having to face these challenges. We see the virus run out of control again in many countries across Europe. Some are ahead of us, and we're trying to avoid following that trajectory. So this is difficult. It's difficult for everybody, I understand this, but this is a global pandemic of an infectious virus. And until we get a vaccine, we are going to have to flex the way we live our lives in order to contain it. And sometimes during summer periods, when we've been in a harsh lockdown, that will allow us to drive it further, which then helps us be in a stronger position as we have to tackle it when it will be on the upswing again. And that's just the complexity of the situation that we're having to deal with.